Halloween and happy Friday night in the boot. Steve Schneider along with Troy LaBeouf. And if we mess up any of the highlights, just call us Dumb and Dumber. This was your idea.
He's Harry, I'm Lloyd. Have a little fun with it, man. District
Absolutely.
championships on the line with a lot of games we're going to see tonight.
A lot of games, a lot of highlights starting in our first segment. 3 big games, lots of star power. Let's get right to it. Starting in Lafayette, it was STM at Turlings. Here's the Rebels run out. Undefeated on the year. Could they stay that way against the Cougars? Well, their offense starts out pretty well. Spencer Mesh gets the Rebels deep into STM territory with that pickup, and the drive stalls, but Graham Ferris gets points on the board, a 37-yard field goal. Rebels lead it 3-0. Still in the first quarter, STM answers. Their quarterback, Cole Bergeron, 6-yard touchdown, 7-3. Cougars go in front. Rebels back on the attack. Their quarterback, Alex Munoz, will find Andrew Viator, but he's going to cough up the football. STM recovers. A big turnover and takeaway right there. Very next play, Bergeron on play action. Blake Kaye and the Cougars, just like that, up 14-3 in the first. Second quarter, though, STM moving the ball again, but Carter Maha disrupts that pass, getting in the quarterback's face. Jackson Broussard comes away with the pick. Rebels get their first turnover of the night. Ensuing possession, Munoz gets Turlings in the end zone. The keeper from 3 yards out cuts the lead to 14-10. Still in the second, Turlings defense really starting to step it up. As you see, Maha again in the backfield to stop Bergeron. Rebels take over back on offense, and check out the amazing touchdown grab. Quinn Simon from Munoz. Right there at the boundary, Turlings 17-14 lead at half. In the third quarter, STM tries to answer, but St. Thomas More's quarterback, Bergeron, it's bobbled, and Jacob Dean keeps the ball from hitting the turf for a pick. Munoz capitalizes, making him pay for it. Look at him, jet 32 yards of the house. Rebels now rolling on offense, 24-14. More defense from Maha. He had a whale of a game. Look at him zoom into the backfield. Carter Melanson, no chance to go anywhere as he's nailed in the backfield. And then Turlings adds to the advantage. Munoz rolls out, finds Viator. Another amazing 50-50 jump ball catch. Gets the Rebels to the red zone. From there, it's Ian Schwander scoring from a yard out as we start the fourth quarter. They're up comfortably by this time, 31-14. The Rebels defense tough all night. Jack Snyder with the sack. Turling shut out the Cougars in the last 3 quarters of this game. Are you kidding me? Munoz and Viator going to hook up for another nice pickup up the sideline right against the boundary. He's inbounds for the nice catch. And then Munoz would cap the night with his third rushing touchdown, a 1-yard plunge. Check out that beautiful shot by the LHSA Network drone. It's not beautiful defense, and you just gave up a score, but the Rebels cheerleaders certainly excited about that, and pretty much everything else that went on campus tonight. Turlings 38-14, staying unbeaten, taking care of the Cougars.
That's a statement right there. 2 outstanding teams. 2 more outstanding teams. You said we would get good games in first block. Westboro and Neville. Listen to Coach Michael Dizer.
The moment's here.
Right here.
Everything we've done all season has led us to this moment. We got to use every lesson from every week and apply it tonight. Let's find out how hungry this damn football team is. Let's find out if you're willing to get control of the game and close the game out in the fourth quarter. If we got to play it to the wire, then that's just what we'll do. But you're going to have to execute one play at a time.
Tiger offense goes right to work after a short West Monroe punt. Jamarian Robertson found some running room around the left side. See if they can get to him. They do knock him out of bounds. Save a touchdown right there. Tigers looking to punch the Rebels early in this one. Mission accomplished. Third play from scrimmage. Robertson caps off the drive, gets in the end zone for a touchdown. Fired up Neville fans. West Monroe tries to get Christian Pontytrain running early. Tigers knocking him off the tracks. A lot of black hats on Mr. Ponty right there. Still in the first quarter, Parker Robinson looking for Zealand
my.
Young. What a catch. 6'4" frame, goes up there and gets it. Same drive, Rebels focused on Young. They have other weapons. Robinson to Jarvis Blackson, 29-yard touchdown, pitch and catch between the combination.
Great photography by the KNOE guys.
That's
by the way,
Coach Mike.
Every week.
Absolutely. Coach Mike Collins is fired up. Andy Robinson fired up. Tigers storm out to a 14-0 lead. Rebels answer with a drive. Hunter Fox comes in, calmly drills his 38-yard field goal. West Monroe on the board. They add a safety. They're down 14-5. It's a baseball score. Next drive, Brady Guiot trying to get playmaker Trez Davis. 50-50 ball. Not with the Tulane commit. 69-yard touchdown reception. Rebs trail at 14-12. End of the first half. Fireworks erupt. Robinson scrambles. Elijah Thomason with the massive hit. No penalty. No, it does draw a flag. As his dad, I think that's his dad, is the coach
Offensive
right there,
coordinator, yep.
keeping him fired up, peps him up. The eyes was hot, not real happy about that call. Consecutive plays, the Rebels are called for, Steve, 45 yards of penalties go to the half, 14-12. Second half, how about a trick on Halloween? Kavion McNeil, halfback pass to Davis, 35 yards up. Rebs are fired up. They lead at 19-12. Tigers are not going away. They come back. There comes Robinson. He hits Desi Bird. 49 yards later, he's in the end zone. They get the two-point conversion. Neville's up 22-19. Rebs put together a drive less than a minute to go. One of the best kickers in the state tries for a 48-yarder. No good. Neville, they go into West Monroe. They win a thriller. First win in that stadium since 1992. Week 10 action. Neville will have Alexandria. That's going to be a great one. And look at that one, West Monroe and Ruston.
It's just mind-boggling
Never
how
ends.
many good teams and players are in that district. Super stuff. All right, let's go back to Thursday night. Lafayette Christian bringing out the fireworks for their game against the Evangel Eagles. First drive of the game for the Eagles. Pop Houston hands off to Johnny Casey Jr. The end around and the wide receiver gets a rushing touchdown. Eagles up just like that, 7-0. Still in the first quarter, and LCA's quarterback Braylon Walker will keep his options open to equal the score, and sure enough, he keeps on the option and into the end zone, tying the game at 7-7. Look at that speed. Still in the first quarter, and Evangel has a drive stall. They're forced to punt. And look out for Jaden Arsenault. He's coming from the LCA special teams. Gets the block right there. Gets the recovery. Knights with the football. And then back to work. Walker finds Draylon August, who makes a spectacular catch down near the goal line. Here it comes.
Pretty ball.
There it goes.
Better catch.
A few plays later, Walker will call his own number in a 7-7 game, and he will punch it in right here for the score. 14-7 is your score. Knights would add another score to go up 21-7. Eagles need something desperately to equalize the score, and that's where Pop's going to work some magic. The junior quarterback and LSU commit evades tacklers in the backfield. Looks upfield for a receiver, none available. Then he just starts running through people and out of tackles and down the sideline, and you're just not going to get him.
He ran about 100 yards to that touchdown.
That's a long touchdown, but that and a two-point play cuts the lead to 6, 21-15. In the third quarter, Eagles looking for the lead this time. Houston will find DeMarcus Evans' acrobatic catch for the first down, and a few plays later, Damari Drake will punch it in on the Wildcat. Evangel leads 22-21. But later in the third quarter, LCA has a reply. Caden Ballard takes the rock and runs deep into Eagles territory. However, the Eagles defense holds the night. They have to settle for a field goal. Jude Fairchild drills it to make it a 24-22 Knights lead. In the fourth, the defense is held strong. No scoring until 30 seconds left in the game when Pop Houston has a chance to make some more magic. The game's on the line. He's at the goal line and he gets popped. The football comes out and the Knights stave off a late rally by Evangel and win this one. A thriller, 24-22 to improve to 8-1 on the year. Evangel falls to 7-2 and they have a tough one next week taking on Parkway.
We got to see 6 teams in that first block, and all 6 could potentially make it to the
Be in
Superdome.
the Superdome. We got a lot more. Stay right there for Friday Night in the Boot.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. We did venture out a little bit, checked out the U-High Madison prep game.
Yeah, we were checking the town out. I think they might have caught us. Right, look at those two, Dumb and Dumber.
Right on cue.
Awesome burgers, we tried those too. So juicy burgers, juicy matchup between Madison Prep and UI. This is for the 6-3A district title. Pick it up, 4th down. Landon Johnson rolls out, throws to the sideline, incomplete, turnover on downs. Aaron Moore had the coverage for the Cubs. UI forced the punt. Former Sportsline Player of the Week is deep, catches the punt. We saw this in person. It's good on highlights. It was even better on person. Watch him hit the edge right here. He's gone. That's Landon Johnson. A punt return for a touchdown. Steve, he plays on both sides of the football and returns points.
And the Chargers fans on the other side were going crazy with that play, as they should.
Chargers will go for 2. 6-0. Jalen Smith gets the handoff, crosses the goal line. 8-0 Madison Prep. Didn't have a lot of scoring in this game, folks. 6:05 left in the first quarter. Skipping ahead to the final minute of the first half. 4th down for the Chargers. Dylan Reed flares a pass to the flat. It's caught by Johnson. He's short of the line to gain. Turnover on downs. That took us to the half. 8-0 Chargers. Moving to the third. Cubs in the red zone. Ethan McGlynn launches to the end zone. Lawson Dixon reels it in. Southeastern commit with a great concentration. That gets you high on the board. The Cubs line up in a wacky formation and snap the ball on the 2-point try. William Martin passes complete to Bradley Goodson. Tie the game at 8 apiece. Early in the 4th quarter, Madison Prep driving. Johnson completes a pass to Keon Robinson. That'll move the sticks. Big first down for Mr. Robinson. Shortly after, Johnson steps up in the pocket. Picked off by Lorenzo Cooper. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Takes it. Pick 6. There was a flag, but it was eventually waved off. The touchdown will count. That was probably the biggest play in the game. That made it 14-8 U-High after a failed 2-point conversion. Madison Prep back on offense. Johnson freelancing like he normally does, throws across the field. He finds an outlet in Robinson. Quick catch, big run. They're going to finally get him down. Later in the drive, you see it 4th down. Johnson rifles over the middle. This pass is going to be picked off by number 4, Lane Mixon, the senior linebacker. Takes it to midfield. UI defense stepped up every time tonight they needed to. UI trying to put the game away. This is a 3rd down play. Sage Ingram dropped in the backfield. Georgia's still in this one. Big Victor Hollins. Big fella says, get on the ground. Madison Prep, one more chance. 13 seconds on the clock. Reed takes a snap, rolls left. Can't get the pass off. He's dragged down by who other than Mr. Mixon. Walk-off sack, exclamation point. Big night for the senior linebacker. The Cubs, congratulations. They beat Madison Prep 14-8. They will win the district title. Madison Prep will finish the season with mentorship before the playoffs, and U High will finish with Port Allen.
So many great games, so many great highlights. Perhaps the biggest game of the night took place down in New Orleans. You had number 1 versus number 2, Edna Carr and John Curtis, and Garland Gillen from WVUE has the story.
We're at the Shrine on Airline for a blockbuster matchup. It's a battle of the unbeatens. Edna Carr against John Curtis. Cougars draw first blood. Trey Garrison takes it in for a 7-yard touchdown. Carr 7-0 halfway through the first quarter. Curtis trying to answer. London Paget is crushed by Romeo Brown, and we have a fumble. Jermichael Quinn recovers for the Cougars. John Johnson capitalizes on the turnover. He hits Anthony Thomas in the flat, takes it 13 yards to the house, 14-0 Carr. More defense from the Cougars. Cornell Williams punches the ball out. Kevin Martin recovers and takes it to the house. 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. Patriots on the board to start the second frame. Paget moves outside the pocket, looking, finds Jacoby Boudreaux for a 13-yard touchdown, 21-6. Curtis catching fire now. Jeffrey Curtis pulls in the pick. Patriots in business inside the Cougars 20. Few plays later, Paget evades the rush, connects with Paul Dufresne the 5th for a 17-yard touchdown, cuts the deficit to 21-13. Under 3 to go before half, Garrison finds the end zone again. 10-yard touchdown, 28-13. 28-20 now, under 20 seconds to go. Johnson QB keeper for a 25-yard touchdown run. At the break, it's 35-20. Curtis looking to cut into the lead, pass deflection right into the hands of Quinn. He takes it into Patriots territory. Turnovers turn into points. Johnson to Cameron Mumford strolls into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown, 42-20. Fourth quarter now, nice play design. Paget to a wide open Gavin Leday for the touchdown, 42-26. Curtis gets the ball back trying to make it closer, but there's a fumble! LSU commit Richard Anderson picks the rock up, and he's off to the races. That's a big guy touchdown. Carr takes this one 48-26.
Happy Halloween. You know, it's not too many times you're going to see a big fella like that, you know, intercept the ball and that athletic to, you know, to return, you know. So, you know, Richard, he's a great player, great captain, great leader.
Are you going to take Trey Garrison's job as starting running back next week?
I'm going to try, try to get back in that end zone.
How exciting was it for you to have your first touchdown?
It was exciting for the season. I had some last season, but I've been trying to get in the end zone, and I finally got it, and I had to get in the – I just had to get in the end zone.
The Edna Carr Cougars stretched their winning streak to 22 games. In Metairie, Garland Gillen, Fox 8, Local First.
Final score, 48-20. What a battle between these two at the Shrine on Airline. Edna Carr, that all but solidifies their number 1 in select Division I. Curtis, they'll be in the top 2 or 3. And you see who they play next week. What a game between these two powerhouses.
I love the Carr unis. Those are awesome.
Their run out's pretty good, too.
Yes, it is. All right, let's take you to our Thursday night game of the week. It took place where the Broncos roam. Zachary's Broncos, a little steamed, taking on Central. Quick start. for the Wildcats. Max Gassiot to Shane Brown out of the backfield for a big gain. And then Gassiot calls his own number. Just like that. First drive of the game, Wildcats take a 6-0 lead. Zachary responds on its first possession, a 4th and 3. Michael Kirby to the house. 24 yards right up the middle. Broncos with the PAT lead at 7-6. Ensuing kickoff, number 21, Marvin Joseph, shows you why he's one of the bright stars in Louisiana. In the boot, takes it right back at the Zachary Broncos. Even avoids a tackler, picks up a block, and into the end zone for the touchdown. 12-7. Central goes right back in front, and they try for 2. And how about this play? A little flip on the reverse. Keithan Womack walks in untouched. 14-7 Central. Broncos back on offense. Tyleek Lewis coughs up the football. Bo Hill of the Wildcats, a fumble recovery deep in Zachary territory. Central. 2nd and goal, Gassiot connects with Marcus Watson for the score. Wildcats out to a 21-7 first quarter lead. Zachary would get the ground game going in the second quarter. Jeremy Patton gets him into the red zone. Later, Patton takes the handoff, bounces to the outside, gets into the end zone. Zachary pulls to within 21-14. The Broncos would score again right before the half. Check out this grab by Ethan Kimmy from Kirby. However, the PAT no good, so Central led at the half, 21-20. First drive of the third quarter, Patton finds the end zone again, 28-yard run. Zachary 27-21, but later in the third quarter, Central gets back into the lead, 16 yards up the sideline for Brown, 28-27. The Wildcats extend the lead. It's Brown again, 6 yards out, 35-27. Time running out. Zachary would answer in the fourth quarter with a minute to go. Unbelievable. Kimmy catch in the corner of the end zone. They just need a 2-point conversion to send this thing to overtime. However, the Philly special, Jacoby Reams throw to Kimmy, and Brody Deal slaps it away. That clinches the win for Central and David Semino over David Brewerton's Broncos, 35-33. A great game, and our thanks for letting us do that game on a Thursday night.
Yeah, Zachary's got to get Catholic High in Baton Rouge. Catholic's going to try to clinch the district.
Some other formidable teams in that district as well. All right, we're just getting started here on Friday night in the boot. We'll hope you'll stay with us throughout the hour, all the way till midnight.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back to Friday Night in the Boot. Can anybody beat the Carr Cougars? Well, the next shot will be our game of the week, Week 10 on a Thursday night. Edna Carr at Rummel. Can the Raiders get it done? Join us Thursday at 7 for live coverage down in New Orleans.
Put a little River Parish action here.
Let's do it.
Hahnville versus Destrehan. Big cat rivalry. Hahnville Tigers hosting the Destrehan Wildcats. Well, that's an atmosphere. Gotta love it. First quarter action. Hahnville ball. Landon Teague lets it fly. But Damian Richard says, nope, I got it. Picks it off. Wildcats take over. They would capitalize with the running game. Malachi Dabney had a big day up the middle for the touchdown. 7-0 Wildcats. Tigers would answer, though. When we see kickoffs, something big's going to happen. Aljaro Walker feels it inside the 10, looking for a crease. Nice block. He's got the lane. He's gone 91 yards. Crib call, 7-7. What a run right there by Mr. Aljaro Walker. Second quarter, Wildcats threatening. They go back to Dabney. Like King Henry with the stiff arm. He's in for the score, 14-7 Wildcats. Dabney's not done. He's going to get it again. Here's a trifecta. 1 yard out. Breaks the plane. That makes it 22-7. Missed the extra point. Wildcats in a lead. But the Tigers not going away. Teague fires a straight to Kevius Singleton. 17-yard touchdown. 20-14. Wildcats lead it. Jackson Fields, quarterback for Destrehan, looks to extend the lead before the half. He runs right into the teeth of the defense for a sack. Beautiful black jerseys with purple helmets. They got him down. 20-14 Wildcats at the half. Let's go to the final. Destrehan rolled in the second half. They win it 49-28. Destrehan and Thibodaux will play for the district championship next week. Hahnville will be at Lakeshore.
Let's take you back to Northeast Louisiana. Faraday taking on Ouachita Christian. OCS trying to start 9-0 for the second straight season. Saw him in the Superdome last time around. Faraday wins the toss, elects to receive, and this is why, or this is who. Marquez Washington finds a lane, and he is gone. Jets for the touchdown, 6-0. Trojans off a turnover, back in action. This is an end around to Desmond Jefferson, who swerves into the end zone. It's 12-0, visitors on top. OCS going to fight back, though. Luke Badrine finds Jude Turner, middle of the defense for the first touchdown of the night. Eagles get a turnover, their next drive. Badrine looking deep, a jump ball, and Maddox Fitzhugh hauls it in. That would get the Eagles offense and their fans going. And then on the same drive, outside zone read, Turner looking for the pylon, breaks tackle in for the second touchdown of the night. Trojans looking to get some of that mo back. Jace Harris rolling out. Can't find a man. He is sacked. Landon Waller. Fumble scooped up by Cooper Thomas, taken into the end zone. The Eagles looking good now. Threatening to score again. Badrine says it's my turn to get in. On the option play, he scores. After going down 12-0, they are now 28 unanswered points. And look at this. 42-24. Tell you what, OCS spotted them in that early lead, but then came on strong to get it done. 42-24 at that point, and that was your final. Now 9-0, Trojans fall to 7-2. Ouachita Christian, big one next week as they travel to take on Oak Grove.
Southside at Karen Crow at the Crow Dome. Karen Crow trying to remain perfect in district, hosting Southside. Let's take it to the second quarter. Bears are up 14-7. Southside quarterback Parker Dees going to keep it on the option. Dances around a few tacklers. Call him a temptation because he's a rolling stone. 70-yard touchdown. Tie the game at 14. Karen Crow looking to respond. Kylan Taylor on the carry. He picks up a first down, but he fumbles it. He'll fumble it right now. Ball's on the ground. Sharks, they recover it. They get the turnover. On the ensuing drive, as Coach talked to him about ball security, Justin Williams barrels up the gut, scores easily from 22 yards out. That made the score 21-14. So there's a lot of scoring in this game, Steve. We'll take a look at your final score coming on the screen. 70-35. They doubled them up. Didn't get to the running clock, but Southside wins it. They'll play New Iberia.
Shark attack in that one. All right, much more Friday night in the boot. Stay tuned. We got the Ash Trojans with some dramatics. Stay right there.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
At Breck Golf Courses, we focus on the highest level of play. That means award-winning courses, state-of-the-art practice facilities, unique shot-making opportunities, and tournament-level playing experiences. With 2 championship courses located in the parish, Beaver Creek and Santa Maria courses make the perfect setting to test your golf skills. Find your next hole-in-one with Breck Golf.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
When looking for college, I wanted somewhere that would push me and allow me to kind of be the person I'd always wanted to be.
Everyone here kind of has this mindset of seeing the next person succeed, and I think that just creates a Southern Miss spirit.
You find what you need out of Southern Miss. What I need isn't what another student needs, but we all find something here.
You don't have to be what people have said you've been. You don't have to be what people think you are. Like, coming to Southern Miss, you can totally reinvent yourself and be who you truly feel like you are meant to be.
Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to play all the games of the week we've done, 9 of them this year, and the first one was Newman going to St. Charles Catholic, a rough day for the Greenies. Not so much last night on a Thursday. Newman hosting Country Day in Uptown. First play from scrimmage. Jake Randall forced into that quarterback roll, takes it around the end, and he is gone. 57 yards on the touchdown. 2-pointer, 8-0 Greenies in front. Next drive for Newman, more Randall, quarterback keeper. That's a 5-yard touchdown, point after, 15-0. Scoring continues, still in the first. Randall to George Loop. He does the rest. Another 57-yard touchdown. Folks, it's 22-0 in the first quarter. Randall would continue his first half mastery, connecting with Hendricks Hill, a 46-yard touchdown. Nothing but big plays here for the Greenies, 28-0. However, right before half, Cajuns' Hudson Wright will scramble. Under pressure, under duress, he finds Curtis McAllister, who comes down with it. 20-yard touchdown to get Country Day on the board, 28-7. In the third quarter, Randall finds Hendricks Hill again, the junior. Going to go 62 yards right into your living room, 35-7 at that point. They win it. 42-14 was your final. Newman now 5-2 on the season. Country Day 5-4.
Couple of Tigers getting after Terrebonne and Thibodaux, 2 of the top young coaches in the state. Lowell Narcisse for Thibodaux, Tyler Lewis for Terrebonne. You got the crowd rocking over there. First quarter action, Thibodaux strikes first. Damian Robertson airs it out. He finds Kamari Carto downfield, hauls it in for the first score. Thibodaux in front, 7-0. Less than a minute left in the first. Simeon Adams on the carry. He's going to have a big night tonight, folks. Up the middle, through the Terrebonne defense. All the way, takes it to the house. He's got plenty of speed, he's got strength, and he's only a sophomore, 14-0 Thibodaux. Terrebonne trying to catch up. Owen Oliver escapes the pressure around the right. Here comes Thibodaux. Andre Jones with the sack. A big-time third down stop by the Thibodaux defense. They shut down Terrebonne for the entire first quarter. Second quarter action, Terrebonne back on offense. Oliver drops back, he launches downfield, finds his guy, Curry Parker, cuts it to 14-7 with the touchdown. Here comes Thibodaux. As that guy, Adams, fights his way up the middle, turns on the Jets, up the sideline, purple and gold touchdown for Thibodaux. They lead it 21-7. Terrebonne not going anywhere. Oliver short pass to Alvin Celestine Jr. He squeezes past 3 defenders into the end zone, cuts it to 21-14 at the end of the first half. Second half action, Terrebonne on offense. Oliver drops back, fires it downfield. Terrence Diggs goes up there and gets it. Escapes the defenders, We're tied up at 21 apiece at Thibodaux High School. Tiger showdown to the fourth quarter. Tie ball game. Thibodaux on offense. Third down, Vondarius Brown with a rock. He gets caught up. How powerful this offensive line. Trench mob.
Are
Tigers
you kidding?
pushing. Guess what? Keep the drive alive. And when you keep a drive alive, you go back to the trench mob again.
Muscle.
Adams takes the snap, finds the hole. That's the go-ahead score. Whew, big win for Lowell-Narcisse and the Thibodaux Tigers. They'll be at Destrehan. That'll be the district championship. Terrebonne play Central Lafourche.
All right, Ash, senior night hosting Hard Luck Ouachita Parish, and the opening drive for the Lions. Well, it's all defense for Ash. Jackson Townsend comes in on the blitz and shuts down the drive. Trojans possession, a 3rd and long. Carson Sellers looking long. His favorite target is Alex Fontenot, right on the money. 45-yard touchdown. Ash up 7-0. Not sure who that guy is. Same score in the second quarter. This is a swing pass. Jakyron Griffin slips a Ouachita tackle. 14-0. Trojans in front. Jacobian Guillory, the Ash grad from LSU. They're watching his alma mater. Later in the quarter, Lions giving us a trick and a treat on Halloween. Montrell Connor, double reverse to Cameron Brooks, receiving end. They're back in the game. It's 14-7 at the half. Third quarter, Trojans strike back. Noble Williams with the rock. Breaks off a 50-yard touchdown. Ash up by 2 scores. Ouachita would rally to tie it. We're down to a couple of seconds left. Trojans ball. Sellers rushed, escapes the rush. Kason Williams makes the play of the season for the Trojans. 39 yards to save the day with the seconds ticking off. 28-21, Trojans over Hard Luck Ouachita.
That was a no look. If you go back and look at the highlights, yeah. Ouachita has lost so many close games this year with an exciting quarterback, Montrell Connor.
And as you pointed out, they got Nettle next week, so.
Doesn't get any easier.
All right, much more Friday Night in the Boot. Stay right there.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Back on Friday night in the boot, Troy and Steve bringing you the action. 2 8-0 teams, North DeSoto and Loyola College Prep, 2 outstanding quarterbacks tonight. Both teams undefeated. Bryce.
Think they're not excited?
Oh my goodness. Bryce Restovich. This kid's got a bunch of yards. Scrambling for Loyola. He hits Brock Jeter. Big catch. Sets him up. Restovich will continue to add yards to his total. To Charles McKenzie, that's a touchdown. The Flyers up. What do we call them? The Snoopies? 7-0. But North DeSoto's got a quarterback. He's got 10,000 yards. He hands it off Luke Delafield to Braylon Latin. Fumble. Flyers recover, but the drive comes up empty. Next North DeSoto drive, he'll hand it off to Latin again. They didn't give up on the young man. He'll take it in for the touchdown, breaking some arm tackles. Tied at 7. North DeSoto back on the move again. Kenny Thomas. Big hole right there. That's a rushing touchdown for Mr. Thomas.
You could have run through that in your orange suit.
Maybe. They'd have saw me for sure. Second quarter action. Loyola facing 4th down. Restovich to Jake Black. That's a touchdown. You got to love it on 4th down. Loyola leads at 21-14. But Delafield and North DeSoto not going anywhere. He finds Miller Warren. Touchdown. He tied it at 14 apiece. Here comes the Flyers. Restovich to Jeter. Ball's going to pop out right here. North DeSoto's Landon Berry recovers it. That's a big turnover. He's running downfield with it. Boy, you see him, and when the defense they see that on the NFL. Delafield to Warren, touchdown. North DeSoto leads at 21-14. Loyola, they're going to try to answer here. Restovich, he's going to be looking for his guy, Ty Walsworth. He's got him.
Nice grab. Oh, my goodness.
He just ducked through there. He's got a touchdown. I tied it up at 28. Again, reminder, these are 2 undefeated teams. Delafield to Warren. That's a big tight end right there. 3rd touchdown of the night. North DeSoto leads 35-28. They still had a lot more scoring in this game. 63-49. North DeSoto will play Bossier, and Loyola Prep will finish with Northwood Shreve.
How about a Battle of the Birds on Thursday night on the West Bank? That would be the Cardinals of Belle Chase hosting the Eagles of Shaw. And some early controversy. You like controversy?
Do.
Shaw on a punt. It looks like the ball hits a Belle Chase helmet. Eagles recover, but wait a minute. The refs say nope. Hank Tierney says yep. They say nope. The Cardinals, well, it was in the cards for them. They make it count in the first quarter. Heavy dose of Dylan Carter zips into the end zone. 7-0 home team and their fans excited. More punting drama in the second. This time, Cardinals definitely muff the return. Ronnie Miller Jr. in the right place at the right time, gets the ball back to Shaw, but this sums up the night offensively for the Eagles. This pitch, too hot to handle. Kai Wallace all over it. Cardinals head to the half, still up by a touchdown. Third quarter, Amari Ambrose will answer the bell for Belle Chase. See what I did there? Big run up the middle. That's a scary sight for the Shaw defense. It really was a quarterback sweep all night. The Cardinals did not complete a pass the entire game. Didn't need to. Ambrose follows the convoy on his way to the house. Cardinals up 14-0. Eagles had some chances down the stretch. Alan Shaw III to Austin Amadeo. Got to be a one-handed catch if it's in slow motion. That's a first down for the visitors, but nothing doing on this drive. Logan Jackson putting up the brick wall on a 4th down, and Shaw simply can't get it done. The Cardinals put this game on ice with a 9-minute drive and win it by 14-0. Their first win over Shaw since 2018, 14-0.
That's an impressive win. Catholic League action. It's not just Corin Curtis. How about Rummel and Jesuit? Blue Jays running out to take on Rummel over at Joe Yenny Stadium. Jesuit comes out of the gates early. Rummel's punter fumbles a snap. Blue Jays fall on, and Jesuit has the ball in Raider territory early in the first quarter. Ensuing drive. Love the name. Sully Sullivan. He finds Roman Lurie with a dime on the sideline, picks up a big first down. They would finish it off a few plays later. Galvin Palmisano takes the handoff, walks in untouched. 7-0 Blue Jays. Rummel's trying to answer back. Nate Singleton, the junior, hits Corian Hawkins on a swing pass. Look at that speed. Beautiful uniforms. Around the edge for a big first down. Then on the next play, Hawkins takes a jet sweep, finds a crease, taking it to the house. 40 yards later, he's got reservations for 6. But this was not going to count. There's a yellow laundry on the field. It's coming back. That drive went in a punt. Rummel's last possession for the half. Singleton takes a deep shot to Mark Shesby, the junior. Perfect pass, a 56-yard score. Head into the locker room there, and let's take a look at the final score. 21-17, Rummel wins it over Jesuit. Rummel will face Carr, and Jesuit will have won this game.
And we're headed to the North Shore when we come back on Friday night in the booth.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
No one ever thinks they'll be in this position. Buying medication online could put you here, or here, or here. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl, and fentanyl kills. It's 50 times stronger than heroin. Medical professionals can't even tell the difference between a real pill and one that is fake. At least not until they do your autopsy. Don't take anything online that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Friday night in the boot, Troy and Steve. Let's take it to Ascension Parish, and this is an important game in District 4-5A with Denham Springs being the other team involved. It's East Ascension and Dutchtown. This is a rivalry. Dutchtown and East Ascension. Tough neck-and-neck game with the Spartans. Leading in the fourth, J.J. LaBeouf, no relation, launches a pass downfield to Jeremiah Merriweather for the touchdown. That makes the lead 24-14 when we pick up the highlights. The Griffins definitely need a score. They get one. Owen Fletcher, he's been great for them all year. Keeps it himself. He takes it down for the touchdown. They're only down by 3 now. Huge third down for the Spartans coming up. LaBeouf, he'll roll to his right, stops, throws to the left. He finds a speedy Jason Blackburn for the first down. That's a big play to move the chains, keeps it going. Here comes the big fella, Steve. A few plays later, 4-star tight end. They do everything with it. Bryson Martinez, lights out. He puts the lights out on the Griffin at Griffin Field.
Would you want to tackle him?
Absolutely. I'd make a business decision. East Ascension goes on to win this one 30-28. Now to push them up top of the standings. They'll play Walker. Dutchtown will have Live Oak.
Okay. How about Warren Easton and Brother Martin? And a quick start as Warren Easton turns to Terrell Sertan. And first play from scrimmage, he's in the end zone for the touchdown. An early 6-0 lead. However, Brother Martin, this guy, Easton Royal, worth the price of admission just to see him. If you haven't, you need to get out and see him. Big gain there. And then Warren Easton, Carl Reed connecting with Kelvin White for a first down. However, Brother Martin gets the next possession without a score change. This is apparently second quarter. Jeremiah Burton. Big pickup as they're just pushing toward the goal line. Close to getting into the end zone. Warren Easton, though. Thomas Vaughn shaking off tacklers there. Finally, Brother Martin's Hudson Fields goes to Brody DeMonche. That's a touchdown. 9-6, Brother Martin, beginning of the second quarter. Easton's Carl Reed intercepted by Luca Cannizzaro. And if you can do it once, you can do it again. How about that? 2 picks in the same quarter. Scramble there for a nice pickup. However, in this game, it's Brother Martin that prevails. 32-27, a tight one, but they are now 5-4 headed into the game with Holy Cross. Warren Easton will end their season against Jesuit, or at least regular season.
Good one.
All right, stay right there. More Friday Night in the Boot.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Back on Friday night in the booth, Troy and Steve. Dunham and Episcopal, big rivalry between these students basically for the district. You see Coach Weiner talking to his team. Dunham was up 21-0 when we pick up the action in the second quarter. Elijah Haven, he finds Tyler Sotil. I know Tyler's dad. Sotil does the rest. 51-yard touchdown, 28-0. Dunham. Episcopal back on offense. You see the cheerleaders excited about it. 3 and out. They try to punt it away, and they punt it to a very dangerous guy in Richard Montgomery. I've seen him do this before. Near midfield, fakes a reverse. He keeps it. Look at that convoy. He's got the wall down the right sideline. 48 yards for the score. That made it 35-0. Still in the second quarter. Dunham back with the ball. You'll see Mr. Haven on your screen. He hits his big receiver. South Alabama commitment, Jarvis Washington. Touchdown, 42-0. Dunham. They take care of business in this one. They're getting healthy again, 42-7. They'll play Slaughter. Episcopal will finish with Capital.
Our game of the week in Crowley a couple of weeks ago. Let's take you back there. Lewis Cook and his Pios of Notre Dame taking on Lafayette Renaissance. Pick it up in the third quarter. Pios up 21-13, and their defense giving Keenan Brown Jr. lots of problems. Jack Vondenstein coming up with a huge sack there. The Pios quarterback, Drew Lejeune, out of this game with an injury, so Parker Menard taking over at the controls. Hands off to Joachim Bourgeois, and he is off to the races. Great little running back here for the Pios. Extends that lead to 28-13. Lafayette Renaissance will try to get things going on offense. Again, it's Brown trying to get the lead at least reduced a bit, but the Pios in the backfield again to take him down and force another punt. And when they go back on offense, who's the answer? Well, of course, it's Bourgeois. We just saw it a second ago, and he's about to have another opportunity to the delight of the Notre Dame cheerleaders, the Pios. Quick six right here for number 16. This put them up by a lead of 35-13. They go on to win it by a final of 38-19.
Old school football right there. They do it. They can run between the tackles.
I don't usually wash my hair on a Friday night, but you need to stay tuned. We've got more to come.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Let's quickly go to the highlights. Church Point versus Menard. The Battling Bears taking on Menard. See, coming out of the end zone. First quarter action. Eagles forced to punt. They want to punt to Jerrison Reese. Reese takes off. Gives the Bears great field position. Watch him make moves right here and break tackles. Sets them up.
We saw this guy in our game of the week with Northwest. He was outstanding. Scored 4 touchdowns for his team. 3 in 1 quarter.
A few plays later, they'll reward the young man. They'll give it to Reese. He'll punch it in the end zone. Makes it 7-0 Bears. Right there, gets over. Look at him just weaving through people. He is a good athlete. Eagles, still first quarter action, trying to get things going. Jake Vaughn sacked in the backfield by a host of Bears.
And it ends up being a pretty convincing night.
Let's go to score. 24-7. Church Point takes care of it.
7-2 on the year. Menard falling to 5-4. Well, that's going to wrap up our show for this week. Look forward to week 10, and we'll try not to be so dumb and dumber next time. For the rest of our crew, for Troy, I'm Steve Schneider. See you next time on Friday Night in the Booth.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
When looking for college, I wanted somewhere that would push me and allow me to kind of be the person I'd always wanted to be.
Everyone here kind of has this mindset of seeing the next person succeed, and I think that just creates a Southern Miss spirit.
You find what you need out of Southern Miss. What I need isn't what another student needs, but we all find something here.
You don't have to be what people have said you've been. You don't have to be what people think you are. Like, coming to Southern Miss, you can totally reinvent yourself and be who you truly feel like you are meant to be.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.